Hey, good evening. It is Thursday, January 15th, 2026. Cheers. So, my video's late today. Like, I'm not normally this late on my video. Sometimes, when I'm having a glitchy day and I'm not having a really good day, my video's late because I don't feel like it. I don't feel good. And I don't really get paid to do these videos, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I can do whatever I want, whenever I want. Grand Rising, whoever's watching, cheers. Sometimes it pops up a name. This time it popped up a watcher and a circle, no picture, and that's okay. So, good evening. It is Thursday. Not really happy. I can't say happy Thursday. Normally, like before the tragedy, I was saying happy whatever day it was. And lately I'm not. I'm not saying it. I am not it. I am not happy for the most part. There's a lot of days when I'm just like, I even today, like several times today, a couple of times today, good evening, Kelly. A couple of times today, I just randomly, not randomly, but yeah, randomly, just stopped in the middle of what I was doing because I was crying so excessively. I was sweeping and mopping the floor. Like this morning, I got up. I thought the husband was going to do the dishes last night. Excuse me. He did not. And I'm sure he doesn't feel the best about it because I had such a horrible reaction this morning. If I had known he wasn't going to do the dishes last night, I would have done them last night, so I wouldn't have had to smell them this morning. Because for some reason, the last 6 months or so, smelling last night's dishes this morning, is not what I want to do. And it drives me batshit crazy. And so there's a lot of times when I don't feel like the dishes are going to bother me. I'll leave them overnight. But there's a lot of times where I feel like if the dishes are going to bother me, I'm going to wash them that night so I don't have to smell it the next day. And so the last couple of days, what was it? Yesterday morning, I was smelling garlic from the dish, and I was like, I couldn't deal with that. And then this morning, it was Sloppy Joe's from last night, which in the moment, Sloppy Joe's good, yes. But the next day, smelling it in the morning, I couldn't do it. And I threw a fit. I threw such a fit. The windows are clean because Misty threw a fit. Now I didn't really throw anything. These hormonal changes from cougar puberty, menopause, whatever you want to call it, are real. Like I didn't realize how real my mood swings were. Because even in the moment, like I know I'm furious, I know I'm frustrated, and there's not a damn thing I can do to calm it down, except just walk away from me and let me do my thing. And if you touch me, well, don't, because that's probably your only warning that you're gonna get. Just don't touch me. So I ended up spraying the water. Like we have a little knobber thing that you can adjust the water pressure at the sink. Like it's just a little knobber and it just goes up and down. And so I had it all the way down. The water pressure was full on, and I was just rinsing those dishes, and my thing was soaked, my everything was soaked. There was water everywhere, and I took the wash rag. I was so furious this morning. He probably should have done the dishes last night. And it's my fault because I didn't also do the dishes last night. Whatever. I didn't feel like doing anything yesterday. And I put this out here because there are people that feel like this. So this is what I did. And I'm not happy about it and I'm not proud of it. But I took the wash rag and I kind of squeezed the wash rag out. And then I took it to the windows. Hush. I scrubbed the windows with soapy water. Not Windex, not nothing else, soapy water. And then I left it sit there. And then I was so angry. I even lit a sage stick today. I lit my sage stick and I was letting it burn. I think I lit it twice. And I even took it after I lit it up and I was blowing on it, making sure it was extra smoky. I was feeling it this morning. So then, I took the wash rag and I kind of squeezed it out, and then I pushed it against the window, and then I just squeezed all the crap out. You know how like when you put Windex on it and it just drips all down? I did that with soap. And I did it not just once, probably a good 5 or 6 times. And then I got the stool out, and then I wiped the windows clean. So the windows are nice and clean, but I kind of had a fit while I was doing it. And I was just having a fit this morning. So I didn't do my video. I don't do things when I don't feel good. And I'm going to do it. Like, I'm going to figure out what's going on with me and why and then I'm going to do my video later. However, this morning in the moment, I was fit to be tied. So I'm working with this new yarn that I've not ever really worked with before, and it's super thin. I took my other yarn in the other room, but this yarn is super thin. And I decided, like, it's got this hole in it, right? And I decided yesterday I wanted to pull the yarn out. I wanted to pull the middle of the yarn out. Guess where the middle of the yarn is? Tucked away in a fold somewhere. So, and I'm working with 2 different balls of yarn. Like, I've got this one and I've got this one, because this is the one that I did it with yesterday. And then Misty, because she decided to pull the entire middle out yesterday morning-ish, Misty also spent 8 to 10 hours unknotting yarn. I did not get any knitting done yesterday. I didn't get any. All I did all day was unknot and roll ball. Unknot, 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 roll it up, unknot, roll it up, unknot, roll it up. So, that's what I did yesterday. And I was just not happy with anything. I just haven't been. And I don't know why. I'm just not happy. So I got all that done yesterday. I started knitting something else. Like, I'm not done with my other little doll thing, but we got another whip in progress. Make sure I've got all this yarn out because I'm doing this. So I've got my knitting needles, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing just because that's what I do. But I'm knitting socks. Like, normally I work with my crochet hook. Where's my crochet hook? This is my crochet hook. So it's got a hook on it, and normally I'm working with that. And even with this, I saw a video, if you like knitting and you don't like casting on, and you want a pretty, like, crocheted looking edge, I used my crochet hook and my knitting needles to cast on my stitches. It was kind of cool. But it's still kind of like, even the husband, he came out and finished the dishes this morning, and I was like, look, I'm not even touching this until you are out of my vicinity. Like, your breathing is driving me crazy. The sound of the dishes is driving me crazy. Like, I'm not. So once you're done doing whatever you're doing, then I will do whatever I'm doing. But while you're standing here, there's a chance that you're going to talk to me and screw me up. I am not listening to anything you have to say right now. Or I'm not going to do this, so I'm available to hear you. Because once I pick this up, I don't really want to hear anyone. I don't. And it's fine. I can want that. Doesn't mean I always get it, but that's mainly what I want. It's just been an exhausting day. On the other side of that, we went and did our taxes today, and I had to go because I had to sign. I didn't even want to go. Was totally not going to go. I sent cookies with the husband. I was like, here, you go deal with the tax lady and take her some cookies. She's a friend of mine too. And so while we're sitting there, I'm telling her about my yarn because that's what we do. We talk because we're friends. And she showed me her yarn that she had at work. And then she showed me something else that she has that she got from Amazon, I think, for her yarn. And it's, I don't know if I can do this. I'll do it like this. And it's just a spinner. Oh, anyhow, it's a spinner. I can't, like, hold it up because it's not spinning properly. It's a spinner. Like, it spins. So when I put it down, I stick my ball of yarn on it, and then, I don't know if you can, it's kind of cool. I've never seen them before. I've never seen, was it like a cookie spinner or a cake spinner? You know how you put your cake on the turntable for your cake, like you're decorating a cake, and you have that, and I have cookie spinners for the same reason. You put the cookie on there and it spins around while you're decorating it. This, I don't know if you can see it, this, as I'm pulling my yarn off, it's just going to keep spinning. keep spinning, just keep spinning. And it's going to spin whichever way the yarn's going to go, apparently. So that's pretty cool. And so she gave me one. I didn't expect her to, but yeah, it's pretty great. So I got one ball I'm pulling from the inside and one ball is rolling from the outside, and I probably just flubbed up my yarn. It's a good thing I'm good at getting knots out. Whatever. I'll do it in a minute. Either way, so now this, I'm doing socks. And so I'm doing 2 at a time because apparently I can do that. And if you don't know how, look up a YouTube tutorial, but I'm doing 2 socks at a time. So when one sock is done, I don't have to go back through and do the other sock. It takes a little finagling with the yarn in the beginning process, but that's what we're doing. 2 socks at the same time. I can also do willy warmers 2 at a time. And if you haven't seen my pictures of willy warmers, you should probably go to check out my album called Weird Projects. You'll find some great pictures in there. So anyhow, I'm making a cuff. And then I'm going to fold the cuff. And it's probably not even my size. Right now I'm just messing around. So I'm going to fold the cuff. And I'm going to knit that together. So it's going to be like an extra poofy cuff of the sock. Because I'm doing it from the top down to the bottom of the toes. And then so once I'm done with the cuff, I'm going to attach this yarn and make the rest of the sock. And I might make the heel and toes in this color. So it's like, you know, a heel toe sock. I don't know. But that's what we're doing right now. Because I don't know what else to do. And that's okay. I don't have to. Stuff happens. You don't have to know exactly what you're doing all the time. Oh, look, Candy, for your yarn. It's a yarn spinner. My friend Melanie gave me one. She said she got like a pack of 6 for like $4 or $5 at on Amazon. Not at anywhere. Either way. Hi, Abaya. Good evening. I love you. So, looks like I know I have no energy. I'm going to tell you that because, see, I'm not doing anything else except this. And the only reason that looks like I got a lot of energy is because I've already expended all of it out this morning. And I was so furious this morning about everything. The way in fact, my hair's up. Like, I've been in a braid for days. I've had braids. And this morning, my hair was just so too much. And it went up. I had wet hands. You know how it is with wet hair or with dry hair and wet hands? Because I was doing the dishes and I was furious and everything. I had water everywhere. I took my hair and stuck it up on my head, and that's where it's been ever since. And I dare it to come down because I'm chopping the motherfucker off. No, I'm not going to chop it off, but it's better not come down. That's all we got about that. So, some days you're good, and some days you are not right. And today I feel like I'm on a not right day. And that's okay. I don't have to be in a good day, in a good moment. I don't have to. But also, you know, these hormone changes are kind of driving me crazy, and I don't know what to think about it. Between being upset, between grief, and now I'm upset because my hormones are going crazy and I don't know what's going next. And it's driving me crazy. And that's okay. I'll get through it. But other people are also going through things, and they don't know how to get through it. No, I won't what? You got it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't read your comments right away, so then I'm already 5 minutes past your comment of whatever you thought I was talking about. So yeah, just, you know, on a Thursday, even if you've had a crappy morning, crappy afternoon, not really crappy, but I was just in my own head. I was in my own, I felt very, disheveled, disconnected, angry, furious, frustrated. I felt all of that. And it wasn't fun. And again, I kept telling my husband, I was like, oh, whoa, I have no idea why I'm doing like this. Oh no, I'm not going to cut my hair. Not by myself anyway. And if I do, it's going to be like that much. I'm not going to cut my hair. So, but I told the husband, I said, I don't know why I'm being the way I'm being, but I am, and you irritate me, and everything irritates me. He was like, okay, I love you. I'm going to work. Great. Good. Thank you. Please go do that. And then I will take care of the kid and we will be fine. And even she knows when mom's irritated. So it is what it is. So on a Thursday, find your things to feel grateful for. I am grateful today that, and I like to give out examples of what I'm grateful for. So you can look within your own life to find the things in your life that you're grateful for. You don't have to be grateful for the things I'm grateful for. I am. That's my things. You have your things. I have my things. So today I'm uber grateful that the husband is totally uber understanding with my emotions, my whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm going through, whatever I'm feeling. He is like, okay. Then he walks away. He goes back and he says something else and I go, ah. He goes, okay. He walks away and he comes back. And he's okay. Because there's no, I don't know. So I'm grateful that he is more than understanding. More than understanding. Also, if you can't find anything to feel grateful for, you could find your own things, like your hands are moving and your hands can do the things that you want them to do. Your feet can get you to the bathroom. Your hands can make you coffee. Your hands can do your dishes. Your hands can do a whole lot of things. So you can be grateful that your hands and your feet are doing a lot of things. And if you don't want like that, you can be grateful that your heart's beating. And if you don't want to be grateful for your heart beating, at least be grateful that you can wipe your own ass. Yep, gonna say it every day. I don't care. I got into that habit quicker than going from good morning to grand rising. It's harder for me to go from good morning to grand rising than it is to remind everyone to be grateful to wipe your own ass, that you can wipe your own ass. It's a thing, whatever. Cheers. And yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock and I'm still drinking coffee because I can drink a whole pot of coffee and go right to bed. That's probably why I'm talking so fast, is because I've had so much coffee all day. Whatever. So I'll expand it into yarn in a little bit. Also, be your own magic, find your own magic. Some days your own magic escapes you and you have none of it. And I haven't had any for a couple of days now, other than just negative crap. And that's where I've been. It's in my head and in my life. And that's just how I'm feeling. And sometimes you've got to tell others, no, I'm not dealing with this stuff anymore. And that could be part of my problem too, is that I knew if said person that was screaming expletives at me the other day, I knew in a few days that said person would be remorseful and, well, what can I do to get her to talk to me again? To which I replied today, there's not a fucking thing you can do except go to the therapy and get yourself right in your own head. Otherwise, I don't want to talk to you because I'm not doing this again for another 16 to 20 to 30 years. I'm not going to let somebody else continue to yell and scream at me for the next 16 to 20 to 30 years or however long you feel like you need to do it. I'm not doing it every year. They don't like it. They don't like that answer because there's a lot of people out there they don't want to hold themselves accountable. What can you do to get back in my good graces? Hold your shit accountable. Be accountable for yourself and what you're doing. Don't be like, oh, I don't know what I did wrong. Bitch, please. You know what the fuck you did wrong. And we're not playing this, I'm so in it. No, we're not playing the game. I'm going to be 46 in 2 months. And I'm not playing this game anymore. It's not a game that's fun to play. So I'm done playing it. And you need 2 people to play. So I guess you could be playing by yourself because Misty's not playing no more. So, but that just happened today. Is my mom come and she's like, hey, she says, I don't want to be in between you and him. And I said, you know what? You don't have to be. I said, I'm sorry. He's putting you in between us. I can't help that he's doing that to you. Am I going to do that to you? No, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what he's doing. I don't give a shit. I don't give any shits or fucks. Chuck it, fuck it, bucket, move on. I don't care anymore. By the way, Glenda, I'm so glad that you continue to watch me, even though sometimes my mouth is just wild. So I appreciate you. But yeah, so I was like, look, this is not something I'm going to expend any more of my time on. You know what I'm going to expend my time on? This, this, this for myself and other stuff around me. Like, I don't need to deal with bullshit because you can't get your shit together in your own head. You don't want to go to counseling and therapy? Bye, Felicia. We're not dealing with this anymore. Sorry you fucking ruined it for yourself. Not my problem. So, also, and sometimes by telling people that is your magic. I know I was kind of running on a little bit there, but sometimes that is your magic. Is telling people what's up and what you're not willing to deal with anymore. Are they going to be furious with you because you set your boundaries and you held your boundaries? Absolutely. They're going to be so furious. And you know whose problem that is? That they're so furious? Them. That's a them problem. It's not a me problem. I don't give a shit if you're mad. And I said it to my mom, but I've also got a TikTok video that says this exact thing. Quote, I don't think I'm better than you. You think I'm better than you. And that's why you're mad. I don't think I'm better than anybody. Just because I do these videos and I do what I do, I don't think I'm better than anybody. I know I believe the same as everyone else. I am the exact same as everybody else. I do not think that I am higher or lower than anyone else. And anyone that comes by me is not any more or less than what I am. So, I don't think I'm better than anyone. But it's when others think, ooh, she thinks that she's better than me. That's when they have a problem. And that, you're right, that's their problem, not mine. So you can use that for your own self and whatever you're dealing with. If you got negative people, tell them that. So I'm not going to repeat it either. So also be your own sunshine, because tomorrow's not promised to anyone. And even though I'm not my own sunshine technically, like really right now, because I'm not, I may look like it and seem like it, but I'm pretty bitter right now. It doesn't mean I won't find my own sunshine later on. It doesn't mean I won't calm down later on. And you don't have to be sunshiny all the time. Even the kid sitting in there, she says, how can you go from scolding me to being like, okay, now, love you, bye. I said, well, I've been working on my emotions and how I can handle them. And apparently these days there are some moments I just can't. I was in the middle of mopping the floor earlier. And in the middle of mopping the floor, I'm mopping up my tears as well. I just started crying just like that. Because I wasn't listening to anything. I wasn't keeping my mind occupied. My mind was just running rampant. So you can choose what you're going to do, if you're going to tell your mind what we're going to think, or if you're going to let your mind control, take the reins. And some days, and sometimes my mind takes control. And sometimes when I'm watching whatever show I'm watching, I'm the one in control consciously. And by keeping myself and my mind in control with my own mind, like, I'm going to do this. And I'm telling my mind, this is what we're going to do today. But sometimes if you don't have that extra whatever noise in the background, your mind will really be like, ooh, remember, this is why you're trying to be whatever. And then you got to tell your mind to shut up and let's go do something else. So, even in those moments, you can find your own sunshine, maybe afterwards. It might be a day or two afterwards, whatever, but you'll find a moment where you laugh and whatever, and then you'll go back to doing whatever. And it's not always a set in stone. Oh, I'm going to be sunshiny all day. No. And to plan like that is ridiculous and redundant, because there could be times when people will come in and throw you for a loop. How are you going to respond? You going to continue to be sunshiny because they're full of bullshit? Sometimes that gives people energy to be sunshiny for themselves when they hurt others. But, yeah, so I'm not going to go too much more into that. There's a lot of people out there that find their joy in bringing others down. And I find my joy in bringing others up. So just do what you can. Find your own sunshine so you can help yourself. And by helping yourself, you're helping others. I promise. And when I help myself, I'm really helping others because that means no one else has to do it for me. I'm going to get up and do it myself, even if I don't want to. So that's all I got. Hope everyone can have a great day. Recap, find your things to feel grateful for, be your own magic, find your own magic, and be your own sunshine. And if you can't do those things in this exact moment, it's okay. Take some deep breaths, get out a piece of paper, maybe a journal, write some stuff down, maybe like, write that down. And be done with it. And just, put that out there, get it out. It's an extra feeling, energy that you gotta maybe even shake it out. What is that Taylor Swift song? Shake it off. Shake off the extra burnt up energy or pent up energy that you need to burn out. If you don't want to be active in anything else, just do a little bit of shake and then go back to whatever you're doing. I've been sitting a lot lately, so I feel like an old grandma these days because I've been sitting a lot lately. I just don't want to get up and do anything. When I do, I'm angry. So that's all I got. Everyone have a great day, evening, whatever. Stay out.